Hey guys, Kyle here with Hornbaker Acres. On today's video I just thought I'd share with you a 4-frame honey extractor that I built. I scoured the internet looking for different designs. You're going to see a lot of features in this extractor that you'll see on other videos. This is just the way that I did it. This style is called a radial extractor, and that just has to do with the way that the frames fit in there. And you'll see that in a moment. That's just a design that I wanted to create. I probably have less than $100 in this, which probably seems kind of steep, but for something similar, store-bought, you're looking at well over $200 if you buy it from the store. So we'll get right into it. If you want to step over here, I'm going to show you the way this whole thing works. Is obviously it's got a lid on it. The 4 frames, if you can see down in there, fit down in there. That's why it's a radial, because the way that they fit in this way. And then it would normally have the lid on it during this portion, but the way you extract it is you just attach a drill to it, make sure it's nice and tight, and then you start off slow and then speed it up. And so that's the basic design of it. So right now what I'll do is I will take it apart to kind of show you the inner workings of it. So I'll kind of take it apart and show you the inner workings of it, and in the description below I'll link some of the materials that I use for this. I'll mention them throughout the video, but again I'll put a link in the bottom to kind of show you where you can get these materials from, the pricing expected, etc. So this top board is just screwed in, as you can see. That top board is just kind of like a stabilizer for this piece of 3/8" all thread that I use as the shaft. And this board, pretty easy to pop out for cleaning purposes. Normally I don't have to pop it out to load the frames. It's just for cleaning purposes that I need to pop this board out. And this is just a simple piece of 2x4. As you can see, I've got, I don't know what you call it, a sleeve there, a metal sleeve, kind of help protect it and keep it from wearing away at the wood. You'll see a burn mark here when I made a drill hole. Obviously there's some wood shavings and burrs that I just use a torch to burn out to kind of clean it up. The main portion of this extractor is this apparatus that holds the frames. If you want to come over here, I'll show you exactly where it mounts into the bottom. Similar hole as in the top 2x4, mounts to that piece of wood. That piece of wood is held on by another piece of wood, basically. And the shaft fits right down in the middle of the hole. Now normally, to load and unload frames, like I said, you don't need to take that board out. There's enough room that I can loosen this wing nut enough to get this top piece off. And this material, this plastic material, I believe is 1/4 inch, what they call UHMW, I believe. It's I don't remember what it stands for. It's some sort of plastic material. But as you can see, it loosens up enough to be able to pull the frames out. And again, the whole thing just spins around. If you look closer, you can kind of see the way I've got this all configured. On the bottom is a washer and a nut. On the top is a locking nut. Up here, another locking nut. And then on top, a washer and a wing nut, just to kind of cinch it all together. I have that bottom nut just below the top edges of those frames, so that way this board squeezes it down nice and tight. Then some other aspects of this system is, for one, this is actually a food grade trash can, and you know it's food grade by a couple things. If I can find, here we go. If you want to come in close, this barcode starts with FG, which means food grade. Also on the bottom if I didn't cover it up, I may have covered it up. There's a food grade symbol on the bottom, which I think I covered up. But it's a Rubbermaid Brute trash can. I don't remember exactly how many gallons it is. One reason why I picked this, obviously because of the food grade. The other reason is it actually has this collection ring around the bottom, which is nice for when the honey does start to float, all the way around the edge, keeping it away from the center and keeping it away from the spitting apparatus on the inside. Obviously I added a honey gate. You can get that off of Amazon. So that's the way I created my 4-frame extractor. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's going to work. We're going to see. I may have to make some adjustments to it. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait until we're ready to harvest some honey. So again, I'm going to put in the description below just some of the materials I use, where you can find them, and so on and so forth. Probably some specifics on sizes and things like that. But that's the general idea. Make it whatever size you want. You can make it larger, smaller. This is actually probably large enough that I could add another frame in I think it's called Tangio setup, where the frame's sitting like this. I could add another frame like that, and I'd have to rotate the frames over after spinning. So if you have any questions about my setup, comment below. And always, we appreciate your support. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Mhm.